A concert that you will always remember?
I had a really nice period some weeks ago, actually a month ago. I had the possibility to play, the chance to play Tosca in Rome. You have to note that Tosca was premiered first time in the Opera of Rome. And the story is based on Rome, on places that you can actually visit. For example, the first scene where there is where all the stories start is actually based on a real church that you can visit. And the scenography, the scene is exactly like this church. In almost every choreograph take inspiration from this church. So I remember the days before I went to see this church. Then I went to see, how you say, Castel Sant'Angelo, where Tosca gets she jump. And all these places, and then you are in Rome. I have a bicycle, so I take a ride to Rome, and it was really nice. Then you are there playing Tosca. It was magic, because I don't know, I felt like I was really living on the opera. It was something different. I don't know, it's probably like if you do Rhapsody in Blue in New York. I don't know. This is the feeling. Or you do, I don't know, you play Swan Lake in Bolshoi. It was something like that, in my opinion. It was really heavy in a good way.
How did you prepare for competitions?
I did a lot of audition. I did many audition in all parts of the world. Sometimes I start to count, and it was almost embarrassing how many I did. This is normality nowadays, I guess. And I remember that on every audition I learned something. So at the end of all audition, I had like a package of like things that I know I should do for preparing myself in an audition. I would say, first of all, you have to practice a lot. Like, I remember once my father was cooking, in my home in Genoa, and he was singing orchestral excerpts. He was singing that. Then I realized, okay, he's listening all the clarinetists practicing for an audition. And so the level of practicing, it has to be a lot, but also this was the things I learned more, that you have to have like a good feeling for do that. You don't have to force yourself to do it. I was really lucky because I like to do audition in a way. I mean, I would say that I enjoy the process of preparing an audition. So I liked to, when you have the booklet of audition, oh nice, oh I love this excerpt, oh this is nice. I have never been like, oh my god, this no, oh my god, this no. And so practicing the excerpts and the program, it was really, I enjoyed to do that. So it was never like I don't know, like, oh my god, I have to do an audition. No, I was really happy to do that. I was like, wow, I want to do. I don't know, this was my feeling, but I guess it's not everyone has that. But also practice slow, yes, absolutely. Practice slow, taking everything slow. Because if you're too slow, you have the time to. It's like if you go with the lenses, you can see everything bigger. And then after, when you do faster, it's everything easier and it has a strong meaning. But if you do everything with hurry, somehow the day you have to play, it doesn't work, first. And second, also to prepare yourself physically, mentally, a lot. I remember I did a lot of meditation, I did a lot of sports. I still do every day. Not every day, but when I can. I do sports, try to read a lot, try to know also more things than what is just music. Like how our brain work, how our body work, why we get nervous, why we feel like unsure, how our psychology influence the process of preparing an audition. It is really important. I remember, for example, almost every audition that it went well for me. I was happy. I was happy to do that. I liked the city. The travel were good. I ate well. I arrived there. The hotel was good. It was beautiful. You know, these kind of things. And then, of course, you arrive the day of audition that you are like, wow, cool. You are like happy to do that. But if you have difficult days before, of course, life is never like easy, of course. But we should like try to put ourselves in a situation of positivity that it lets us play with our maximum potential, I would say, yes.
What is your everyday warm-up?
Well, actually, this period I have less time than before, but I always, if I can, I try to find time to warm up myself. It's really important for me. It's like, I don't know, it's something that I need to do that. If I don't do well the warm up, everything start to collapse. I don't know. Also, if I have a busy day, a busy day, in a proportion I do a warm-up. For example, I have a lot of free time, then I do a really big warm-up. For example, I do a lot, I don't know, I do more things. But if I have less time, I do the warm-up, but smaller, like in a smaller percentage, but I always do that. And for me, in my opinion, my warm-up like routine, it's based on first to warm up the lips, because are the things that when you put your clarinet mouth you feel like not relaxed. You're like always like this. The embouchure is always here. Then finger, and then breath. Everything in order. So I always almost take my clarinet and I put whatever reed. Almost whatever reed. I start to warm up without even thinking about a beautiful sound, if I sound even in tune, also the tune, because if you take a cold clarinet and you want to be in tune, you have to bite. Then you start to bite already on the first note of your day. You can imagine at 7 in the evening how much you are biting. Then you realize you're higher of intonation, you realize that your lips hurt, your staccato is difficult, etc, etc. So, for example, to take clarinet and just play without even thinking of a beautiful sound, everything relaxed, just warm up your lips. After finger, but always relaxed. And after you put also the right amount of breath and pressure. So, you do this, you can do this in 10 minutes, in my opinion, or in 30 or even 3 hours. Because I mean, there's no limits on how you can do good things, you know. For me, it's really a matter of how much time you have. If you have a lot of times, it's really important to go to warm up. For me, warm up is the biggest part of practicing. Sometimes I almost do more warm up than practice pieces. This was really nice advice that Carbonara told me to practice one scale a day. Because we don't have so much days actually, so I practice one scale a day, like major and minor. And I honestly don't use so many books. Before I used a lot of books like Technique Etude or Jean-Jean, all these books, but now I try to make pattern of some scales and do it in one tonality with metronome, and just warm up your finger in one tonality. For example, today I did A major. So I practice almost all the second, third, terzine, how you say terzine, then four, then five, six, then third, fifth, like this. And it takes me, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. And you feel like, okay, today I did A major, tomorrow maybe I will do, I don't know, D major, you know, and then etc. like this. So because it's not possible to I don't know, maybe some people they can do that, they have the time to practice like all the scales. It's a bit, in my opinion, destructive, because it's really a lot of work to do that. In my opinion, it's better to take one tonality and to practice really well a tonality. The day you have a passage of A major, you will find yourself that the finger, they are used to play on that tonality.
What is your setup?
Actually, I play since many years a Selmer-Resta clarinet, Si bemol and La, and I play now a BD5. I'm actually playing BD5 13 on these days, because in Rome we play with a lower tuning. They give like a 441 or 440 sometimes. It's lower. It's like in England. So I put a BD5 13 and I found myself really better. And ligature, I use now a leather ligature, and sometimes I switch to other ligature like Bonad or other metal ligature. I have a lot of ligature which I turn like this. And actually I played for a period like other mouthpieces also, but I don't know, I always return to BD5. It's the mouthpieces now is giving me like more, it's giving me all, a beautiful sound, a beautiful attack, and good intonation, and how to say, a really stable embouchure, and it's a mouthpiece that it doesn't force you to bite. This is really important for me. I played for many years B40. It's a wonderful mouthpiece. I love B40 as a sound, but you have to have a strong embouchure for obtaining things, and for me it was too much. BD5 it's more easier. Also, especially for audition. I don't know. I really found myself that sometimes we try to have the best sound from the best setup we can have, but sometimes it's important to have a setup that on that moment they don't abandon us. Tosca, for example, the big solo is at the end. Then you don't have so much time to, okay, I want to try my reed. You have like 7 minutes or 6 minutes, something like that, with the cello playing, and you are waiting, and then you have to start. So you really need a material that you are sure that in this moment work. It's really important. Material that you know that whatever happens, you can start with what you are having in your mind. And for me, now, BD5, it's what is, and the 3.5 reeds I use, the V12 one, since always I use those reeds, yeah.